This cue is when it starts in the newsroom, and it's with Sue and the editor talking about whether she likes Harry or not. And then it changes to Harry driving, where Bill wanted some big chords. And then it segues into the fishing scenes on the Piscataquag River. So it kind of covers 3 moods, and it has a lot of the tunes in the film. So let's see what happens. So there was that one. And there's another one we'll play, which I like because this is where Harry is, once again, he's driving, but he's going to go see Miss Eisenhower. And the music had to go from his theme into something a little darker and then lighten up again because he's in this farm and it's a wide open outdoors kind of a thing, and it's peaceful, but it still had to have sort of a slightly foreboding quality to it. So let's see if I can do this.
We have Laurel Bronze, who's a folk singer from Guilford, New Hampshire. She lives in Portsmouth now, and she has 2 CDs. She's got a new one that's going to be coming out in the fall of 2005. But she had sent me her discs, and I thought they were wonderful. And we're using 4 of her songs on the finished film, and that adds a whole nother layer where it softens the hard edge of the screenplay, which is kind of the film noirish.
Driving north on the I-93, a river of headlights streaming away from me. A rack on the roof has been screaming for weeks, but you don't say a word and play drums with your feet. We slept on our clothes under the evergreens. We've done nothing wrong yet, waking so awkwardly. In the picture, your sister is laughing out loud as your dad pulled the sled and you danced around for snow in a town a few exits from mine. But the story told we both knew was a lie. And yes, I walked into the outside to lay in lakes and shed all that I'm hiding from. We slept on our clothes under the evergreens.
friends will get a kick out of this, but newspapers generally call this area the morgue.
Cool, a place to keep dead newspapers.
Exactly. Right through here's a little kitchen. There's Erica and Alice. There's Grits.
Hey.
And, hey, Grits, why don't you, I don't know, go take pots over there, okay? I'll be right with you.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, why does name Eisenhower seem so familiar?
I'm assuming we're not talking about the former president.
No, not him. Who has that name around here?
Come on, Harry. Your memory's as bad as mine. Don't you remember the Eisenhower rape trial back in the mid-70s?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Well, that was Alex's case. That was when he was defending that teenage loser from Maine.
That kid's name was Eisenhower.
I hate to say it, Harry, but that wasn't one of his proudest moments. But it was obvious to everyone that kid was guilty of raping those two girls. Alex somehow still got him off stone free. What's the problem here, Harry? What's going on?
I'll fill you in if it starts making any sense. Come on, Grits.
I was telling friends, you know, any Hollywood actors that complain ever about making films for a living should maybe take a little time off, because it's just very joyful and wonderful experience.
The general public does not know that high-quality films like this are being made in New Hampshire and in New England and in other places.
When we'd meet at Bill's house, I just felt like united group working on this great film.
And this is real independent filmmaking. Everyone's doing multiple jobs, so it's the challenging part of it, but that's also the fun part about it.
Anything that was sort of big and complex at the time was a little bit challenging, but at the same time, looking back on it, was also the most fun.
It's such a roller coaster doing an independent film, especially in New Hampshire, that you have to just stay with it. And that's the most difficult thing, I mean, is just staying with it.
I need to see you, Alec.
You sound nervous.
Must be the connection.
Is something wrong?
No, everything's fine.
You don't sound like yourself.
I need to see you, Alec.
About what?
About a trip I just took.
A real python one was taking someone's house last week and has on fire.
Yeah.
So that was more of a cat.